I'm here again with Martial Jiu-Jitsu, and here with my assistant and MMA coach, Isaiah Monroe. Also, before we get too much further, Isaiah, you've got a fight coming up January 28th, 2017 in Charlotte. Yep, correct? Okay, so if you guys are interested, hit us up, hit me up. You go to roymarshalljiu-jitsu.com, get my information, or Royce Gracie Vine's website on Facebook, get the information. And hit us up if you're all interested in seeing Isaiah and one of our other teammates, James Quick, fighting on that card. So we're going to jump into a video with a double attack from Kesa Gatame, traditional Kesa Gatame, which isn't done that much in Jiu-Jitsu as it is in Judo, and I'll kind of go over the reason why, but I think a lot of people should do it more, be able to learn the position more, okay? So let me get you to lay down with your head this way. Back up just a little bit. There you go. So traditional Kesa Gatame, and I have a video on that. This would be what we call modified Kesa Gatame. I'm under the arm. And for purposes of Jiu-Jitsu, this is often better, simply because it's harder for him to slip out the back door. If I'm here and I'm loose, he pulls his head out, take the back door. But more specifically, in Jiu-Jitsu, I can't really win by the pin, unless I'm sort of a dirty point scholar kind of guy. From here, with the underhook, I can always back up. I can go down this road. If I don't like it, I can back up and go back to my knees. If I have just the head, it's very hard for me to back up. I start turning back to my knees, he comes up on me, and I'm losing the position. So it's one reason in Judo they don't mind getting that dead in, because the pin will win the match. But for Jiu-Jitsu, it doesn't really work that way. That said, it is an incredibly powerful position. And one, I should learn how to do it. Two, he should learn how to deal with it. Because if I do it right, it is going to be very difficult to get out of. And I do have some attacks. So we're going to go over a couple of attacks. So first thing, we'll just start in the position. I have his head, and I want to connect the inside of my elbow really tight to his head. I'm not loose. Now, if my base is narrow, I'm going to have a really hard time holding on to him. What I want to make sure is he doesn't get this elbow to the mat. Once he gets this elbow to the mat, I'm going to have a very hard time holding on to him. He's going to be able to get off his back, give me trouble. So this arm is everything. So what I want to make sure to do is I'm going to hold the arm tight, bring my arm under. And I want my base wide. If my base is narrow and he bridges this way, I have no support. And if it bridges that way, it sits up with me, I'm having trouble. Okay? The mistake a lot of people do is they really drive into the guy, and now I'm off balance this way. So we have to worry about two things. Him getting this elbow to the mat and turning in, or him bridging, okay? To stop the bridge, I can do one thing. I put a lot of weight on his hips, make it very difficult, okay? But I can also lift his head. So this operates sort of indirectly. So now he tries to lift his hips, his spine won't let him. So in this situation, this is what I really want to do. If I just hold his head like this and hold the arm like this, can you put your head on the mat and bridge? Yeah, he's going to have a lot of power there. So I'm going to take this arm and I'm going to cup my thigh. This does two things. It allows me, if I have to let go of this arm, pull your arm back in, my thigh is acting as a wedge, and bridge. His head is lifted off the mat, so if he tries to throw me that way, it's very difficult for him to lift his hips with any power. This, I'm constantly dealing with. I gotta let go, and then he maybe pulls that arm in. This, if I let go to catch myself, even if it throws me this way, catch myself with that hand, he never was able to pull that arm back. Okay, so we understand kind of the position now. So I'm going to attack this arm, obviously. That one's a little bit problematic. Okay, so when I come in, I'm going to shoot my arm through here. Now, this is good. I'm under his shoulder. I've got his shoulders elevated. To make it worse, I really want to get under his shoulder for this shoulder lock. I'm going to hold, I'm going to lift him up a little bit and slide my leg way under his shoulder. Okay, I'm holding my thigh tight. Now, I'm just going to do a big back swing. Pop my hips so I can bring the hand in front. I'm going to hold the thumb facing me, the palm facing his hand. I'm going to push his arm down towards my foot. Now, as you can see, he's already jumping because I'm so far under his shoulder. So I'll ease up a little bit. I want to try to bring my leg on top. And I don't want towards my knee. If I have the chance, I'm going to take his head off. I'm going to pull my arm out. I want to get towards the ankle. If I'm here, there's a lot less pressure. So I'm trying to bring towards the ankle. Now if I can, I'm going to step on my own foot. From here, I've let go of the head. Once I get this position, the motion would then be lifting the head and lifting my hips. I'll see some people triangle. I feel like this, I can pin more. The other details, I don't like to let go of the wrist. Okay, a lot of people will get here and they'll let it go. Well, this hand's not really doing much. Might as well hold on. So I come here, I step, and then I lift. Now, if you get up under the shoulder, all that won't really even happen. Okay, scoot this way, just. No. Turn, there we go. So I'm here, pop, catch. I'm going to push straight down. See how he's already tapping? And if I can, I'm going to come here. It's a very, let me get you to scoot this way just a little bit. Now, again, this is working because if I'm here also, it's really hard to get my leg over. My ankle is way down here. Okay? I want to make sure that when I do this, I put my leg all the way under the shoulder. For one thing, bridge. There's a no bridging power. And now it's a lot easier to take it to this foot. Okay, so it's one thing to really focus on is getting that leg really deeply. Don't try to make yourself super flexible. If I have to, I'll just push the hand all the way to the mat, then bring my foot over. Step, bridge. Okay. So that's our first, what I call a leg key lock maneuver from this position. Really strong, really strong. If you get good at this one, it's a really tough one for the person to defend, other than hiding that arm. And if they're hiding that arm, they're not escaping. So we're going to go into a secondary version, or sort of second tap. So I get this position, and this one is much more specific. You got to be really kind of fine-tuned with this, but once you get the feel for it, it'll actually be pretty easy to hit. Okay? So I come in, I do everything like I wanted to, and he realizes what's up, and he's going to straighten his arm. Okay? As soon as he straightens his arm, I want to take this leg, I want to hook. Now it's really important that I don't just step over. When I hook, I want to bite his wrist in the crook of my knee. So if you try to turn your hand, it's going to be long. So let's come this way with it. So when I hook, I bite, and my heel comes really tight to my butt, so if he tries to turn his wrist, it's locked. Or just like this, he's going to turn his wrist. If he turns his wrist, he can turn his elbow out of danger. So I'm not just throwing my leg over. He straightens, I bite, and I hook. Okay, so I'm right at the end of the wrist, right up under the thumb. Okay? So from here, I come here, he straightens it out, I catch. Now this leg is just going to slide down to right on the shoulder side of the elbow. Okay, I have both. Now what's going to happen is this. I'm going to lift this knee and drop that knee down. This is lifting the elbow, and this is pushing the wrist down. So we're here, I control, I push this way, he comes here, I catch and bite, and I come right here. And I can let go. I'm just going to pinch. If he tries to turn his hand out, it's very hard. Like I said, you got to find that detail. I don't want my arm up here on his shoulder. I want to slide right under his elbow. Okay? And I'm just hooking tight, dropping that knee down, lifting that knee up. Again, one of the great things about this is if he had to turn his hand back to hide from that, I'm basically in the crucifix position. I can slide back, control my elbow, come into the crucifix position. He's not getting aware of it. It's just a fight situation. He's not defending that anymore. So that's one of the sort of first double attacks I ever learned from Kesa Gatame. Really strong, but focus on those details. It's really about where my leg is, and I'm stopping him bridging the whole time by keeping that good, strong control of his head off the mat, so I don't have to constantly fight his bridge. And thanks again to Isaiah. Definitely, if you get a chance, come check him out fight. All right, thanks again.